The interesting thing with current situation is that it has changed the whole environment. And when the environment changes, uh, it is like when you are carving a statue out of a stone block. So organizations have been doing that. That is how you build culture. You create a sculpture out of a block. Suddenly, the whole thing has been reset. Now, environment has changed, way of working has changed. If you try to go to the same way of working, frankly speaking, it might not be possible. What you should be focused on is, are my values understood correctly by my people? And then based on that, let's see how we are going to carve the new structure, because it is a black box. Start seeing it as ground zero, then building this culture which is going to help you in building your business will be much more easier. So start with your chisel of vision and values and start crafting a new culture. And for each company, it is going to be something new and something different. So exciting time for all of us. Not everyone in their career get that opportunity to set the culture of an organization from beginning.
True. So, sir, this brings me to one more question that, while the onboarding of new joinees is happening virtually in most companies, how can we embed that cultural values in these new joinees? Because they don't have that, connects or relationships when they are joining. They don't know how the culture is going to be because they're not actually at the workplace. So how can this cultural understanding be given to virtual new joiners?
How did we teach culture to our people even when they join? There used to be an induction. First is there is an interaction with a recruiter. Most of the things the person gathers is from the recruiter that, okay, this is how organization looks like. Second place, the interview with the manager, okay, some more clarity. Then the person goes to web and checks on Glassdoor how the organization looks like. These are the three cues which people pick up and then they decide whether they want to get into the organization or not. Then the first structured intervention you do is induction, where you put the person in a room where he or she is interacting with all the new joiners. And few people from the organization come and paint a picture which is right or wrong. The person sees it with a pinch of salt that, okay, is this the advertisement or is this the reality? That you can do in the virtual environment also. After that, how you handhold. Look, handholding is something which has happened in most of the organizations in informal way. That is one thing we have to figure out as organizations, that how do we do handholding in a digital manner. That 1 month of handholding, team interaction, making sure that the boss is giving time to that person so that the person can understand this is how it works. The way you interact in meetings, the person will attend 4 meetings and will understand whether you have to say sir or you have to take first name, or whether you have to you are encouraged to ask questions or you are suppressed. So those things people learn very quickly. That hand-holding is something which is very important. So a digital hand-holding program, most of the organizations should be starting to take care of this particular aspect. Otherwise, for me, there is not much of a difference in the way it is happening physically or the way it is happening digitally.
To our next question, how should companies engage a workforce that is working remotely?
Okay. So, look, this is a bit difficult thing, especially for Indian organizations. Because in Indian organization, we actually excused manager from engaging the workforce. It is perceived that this is HR's job. That responsibility of engaging the employee is again going to come back to manager to large extent. Otherwise, what will happen is, it is not sustainable that one person calling so many people and making sure that they are engaged. You can't take people for dinners. You can't walk the floor and say, okay, this is the pulse of the organization. Earlier, what used to happen was you're going and you can understand, okay, where the talk is happening. And you can sense certain things and you can solve certain things. Now you have to put digital tools. If you remember the digital companies like Infosys or TCS, Wipro, they have a chat board where people can come and people can talk to each other and they can talk about anything or everything. That is where the HR guys get pulse from. That is where you understand what are the engagement parameters. Most of the traditional organizations have not been doing that. They have been doing it physically because physical connection was more strong. In this case, you will have to take help of those digital tools to make sure that you understand what people are looking after. You will have to do a lot of surveys which were otherwise not valued so much, but they will come handy and they will be much more important in this kind of scenario. And then you plan the interventions. Just keep in mind that it is all digital. You will be able to plan interventions in a better manner. You can't take people to dinner. You can't do potluck also. But you will have to figure out a way. Right now, what people do is they share recipes, they cook together, and then they eat together.
Yeah.
So HR guys are so creative. They make sure that, and this is the best time if you see it with a positive lens, you have families with the employee. You can actually engage the whole family, and if you are able to do that, your attrition levels you can bring down to 1/3 because now you have got the family also engaged. Earlier you did not have the opportunity, that was in employee's hand. Here the whole family is listening what is happening.
In fact, this brings me to the point that we recently had a virtual awards in my unit, and we made sure that the employees' families who were the winners were actually a part of it, witnessing all the entire event in front of them, which boosted the morals like anything.
That's very powerful. Look, there is an emotional connect between the employee and the family. And if you are able to put that emotional connect with the family, then bonds are much stronger. And you can leverage those bonds to get the best of the people. People want to do best, and if there is a support of little bit support of the family, they can do wonders. So I would say this is a good thing which is happening to us, and it will give good results.
Thank you for bringing this positive I think this